We're
Live.
Hi. Welcome to the
Jenny and Joy Show.
I love it.
Good
It was
intro.
a unison. It was a unison.
Shout out to us today.
Shout out to us.
We did something good.
Something different.
What are you doing?
I'm looking at my phone. What are you doing?
I'm looking at your phone too.
Oh.
How's everybody doing today? I hope you're doing well. I wasn't asking you.
Oh.
I was asking everyone out there that's tuning into the Jenny and Joy Show. I feel like that I'm one manning this thing right now because Joy is too into what she's doing.
Kudos to you.
So anyways, usually this is Joy's part, but I'm going to take over this today. Okay, so anyways, welcome to the Jenny and Joy Show. It is brought to you from a live studio without the audience. Woo! Do not forget to like, subscribe, share, ring that notification bell, and if you're joining us live, please feel free to chat with us.
Yes, comment below if you have any suggestions or comments, or if you want to see me prank her, or maybe the other way around. Please send us an email to the jennyandjoyshow@gmail.com. And also, if you want, you could just write a description below.
Mm-hmm.
Today we have a really cool, exciting show.
Do we?
I think so. I really do.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about our show today then.
Okay, so today, first off, my abs are hurting like crazy. What is she doing? My abs are hurting like crazy because Monday I did the ultimate workout and it was so good. I enjoyed it. So yes.
That's what's exciting about the show today.
Oh, yes.
Your workout.
It is. Well, you know what? I want to start off with a story. So I told her this morning that I had an amazing story.
Actually, I've been excited to hear about the story all day.
To share. It is amazing. So last night I was parked in the driveway at home. And I was like, oh, my tire pressure went off. So I was like, okay, Dad, can you please fill the air because it's down. So when he went to go check, he said, you have a nail in your tire. I was like, okay. So I held the light over, he changed the tire, and it was so amazing because has anyone ever seen how you change a tire? Like how to plug a tire after it's got a nail in there? Okay, so anyway, so what he did, he made the hole bigger, right? And then he went, and then he stuck a plug in there, and he put the plug in, pulled it out, and then voila, the tire was fixed. Woo!
You should call him Super Dad.
Super Dad.
Your dad can do anything.
So here's the crazy part though. So this morning when I woke up and got into my vehicle, the tire thing went off again. I was like, oh no, alarms just went all off in my head. And so what happened was the tire thing was saying 19%. I think you should really turn that on. It was saying 19%. And so I drove and I was like, hey, Dad, are you still around? He was like, no.
It is on.
So he tells me, oh, just go to the nearest place to fill up your tire. So I was like, okay. So I was like, are you going to come to my job or you want me to wait till get home in order to fix the plug? He's like, no, just pull it up. Okay. So I put the air in the tire.
I forgot that we were live for a second.
No. I put the air in the tire and I'm looking at you because here's the thing.
Oh, because it fixed my hair.
The place does not have a gauge to tell you how much air you're putting in. So I just put it in and I was looking at both tires. I was like, okay, that looks like it's about the same size. And then I take it out. I look inside. It's 48 pounds. It's supposed to be at like 33 pounds. So then I hear this hissing noise. And so as soon as I got down the hill to get on towards the highway, the tire went down to 30 pounds, 35 pounds, 27, 16. So I'm driving up the road and I was like, oh no, this is bad. By the time I got like a mile away, the tire was down to like 20%. I said, oh gosh. So I kept driving. I was like, okay, I know there's different little tire places all over. So I pulled into one and I called them and the girl's like, we're not open until 8:30. I was like, okay. So I started driving along. And here's where the story gets really interesting. So, and this kind of trickles over into our inspirational moment too.
Mhm.
So I said, I have a choice. One, to either get upset and blame my dad for not plugging the tire right, or I could just be happy and go on about my day and be like, everything's going to be okay. Mind you, when I pulled out of that tire place, the tire was down to 10%. So we're basically completely flat. So I pull up to the light. I look over to my left. I see a friend of mine. And I'm like, okay, there's two options. One, I could say hello to my friend, but if anybody knows me, I am not a morning person. I'm the angriest in the morning. I don't know why. I can't help it. It just happens that way. I don't know. And so I said, fine, I'll just say hello. So I rolled my window down. I turned my head and I was like, hey. She's like, hey, Joy. I was like, how are you? I was like, my tire's flat. And she's like, mine too.
Oh, no.
So I was like, do you know any place? She's like, yeah, we'll go to my place. She's like, but it's close to my job. Here's the other thing. We literally work about 5 minutes away from each other.
My gosh.
So she's speeding down the road. I'm driving with my hazards on. Thankfully, my car isn't bumping or like the tire isn't dead.
Were you mad or smiling?
I was smiling the whole time because one, I was grateful. I was so grateful that one, what are the odds of you looking over at a traffic light and seeing somebody that you know, and you rolling your window and say, hey, what's going on? And then you both have flat tires at the same time.
You were meant to run into each other.
Exactly. And mind you, I take the highway to work. So the local roads is something that I don't normally do. So the fact that I took the local road, I was just doing it for my own safety because I didn't think it was safe to be on the highway driving at a high speed with a tire at 20% and going down fast. So long story short, we pull up to the tire place that she knows, and the guy comes up and he speaks Spanish. So I'm like, dang. But I didn't know, but my friend actually speaks Spanish too. So I guess she's Spanish. I didn't know that. And so they fixed my tire. And when I came back out, her tire had a big old nail just sticking out.
Oh, no.
So I ended up dropping her to work, and then I came to work. But let this be a lesson to you guys. Like,
you helped each other out.
Exactly. You have options in this world. One, you could either be upset about whatever your current situation is, or two, you can just let it ride out. And I guarantee you, if I decided to stay upset at the fact that I had a low tire, being afraid of like, what's going to happen? Is it going to break on the rim? Or am I going to get to work safely? Am I going to have a car? Like, or is there a car behind me? Like, any number of things could have happened. But I decided at that point that, you know what? I'm on this journey. If you ever catch me on the Hello World, you'll see what I'm talking about. But I'm on this journey of trying to be at peace and to live a little bit more in a happy way. And I tell you, it works. It really works. So that was my crazy story. One, the fact that my tire was low and I decided to not allow it to ruin the rest of my day. Two, I got to work later than I normally do. And I still was able to do all of my duties that I needed to do. And I was able to be cheerful about it regardless. And I think I was even more cheerful because it was a dramatic experience that I had. Three, that some help came along. So you just never know.
And you got to be there for someone else too by driving
exactly.
them to work.
She hooked me up with her spot and I hooked her up with the ride to work. Yeah. So that was just...
You guys needed each other. It was like meant to be.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. And how I met her like a few years ago and we just befriended each other. And who knew when you befriend somebody from years ago, how coming down the road, you end up running into each other in the most crazy way with the same scenario. So that was my funny and crazy story. And like, just advice to all of you watching. Like, I know we're all about cheeriness and trying to have a good time, but this is a good time because an experience that could have been terrible, I actually made it good.
Yeah, you turned it all around.
It turned around.
And then you had a nice inspirational story to share with everybody.
Yes.
Yeah. Good. Okay, we're not frozen.
See, that's where the fun comes in because we can just do whatever. So I want to say shout out to my dad, number one.
Mhm.
Shout out to Sarah for running for parking right next to me at the traffic light, and then looking at each other. I seriously went like this. Ding. Hey.
I could see you doing that too.
She's like, hi. I was like, my tire is flat. She's like, mine too.
I'm sure she was all mad too.
No, she was laughing.
Oh, she was?
Yes. It was so funny.
Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy.
So do you have any crazy stories you want to share? Anything that happened to you this weekend? That funny moments?
Did I?
Yes. She remembers.
Is it the SMT thing?
That and
What?
the door.
Oh, when I was standing, I was so tired one day last week. But you said it happened to you too before, right?
Yeah, but go ahead. Tell the story first.
Okay, so I don't remember it 100%, but I'm so tired, like lack of sleep, couldn't sleep. So I was at work and I was so tired that I was standing in front of a door waiting for the door to open for me, but it was not an automated door. And it was a door that I go in and out of like 100 times a day. It's kind of stupid, but
It's not stupid.
I was
It's
stupid
crazy.
tired.
It's crazy. Just to piggyback off of her
You
story.
sound that funnier than I did.
I did, because it happened to me too. Like there's a door that you have to pull the handle, and instead of me pulling the handle, I actually tried to push it a few times, and I could have injured myself because I was trying to really go through it.
Well, there's a heavy door. When I'm walking out to go to the bathroom, there is this heavy door that all the time I wind up smacking right into. I must do it like 1 or 2 times a day, and I'm sure everybody around me can hear me go, ow! Yeah, going, ow! I don't learn my lesson. I forget.
Hey, that's what happens. Life is fun. It's full of fun moments. That's why you have the Jenny and Joy show
Mm-hmm.
to keep you moving.
Yeah.
I just like it making that face. Looks funny.
So to kind of like backtrack of what we were talking about the SMT, things that make you go, yeah, you do that better than I do. I don't know why I have to twirl my whole head when I do that. But anyway, I was following somebody's Twitter feed the other day, and they were going back and forth with Sears. And I kept seeing the guy at the end who worked for the company write SMT. And I'm like, why is this professional guy writing SMT at the end? So I'm thinking each time that he's smacking his teeth as he's responding back. Then I realized it was probably like initials to like Sears something or another. But I was like, probably good like 15 minutes racking my brain of why this guy is being so unprofessional.
That's a good SMT.
Mhm.
Moments that make you go.
I was myself. I need more sleep in my life.
Don't we all?
Mhm.
Don't we all? I'm like working on a few hours a night. Sometimes I can't even go to sleep. And then I think of Jenny and Joy moments, and then I'm like laughing, and then I end up getting tired enough to fall asleep.
Because you're laughing so
Yeah,
much.
yeah.
Okay.
What about you guys? Do you have any funny stories or topics you want to share? If you do, comment below, hit us up, and we would love to shout you out and share your story. Or even if you want to call in live and hang out with us live, do so.
If there's anybody that's in our studio that happens to be watching us live right now, can you bring me my Coca-Cola Classic? Because I'm quite thirsty and I forgot to bring it in with
No,
me.
I don't give her nothing.
She's
just
as
jealous.
you're drinking your water.
Exactly. She's just jealous because I have an elixir.
God.
Do you want to do another inspirational moment
What do you mean?
from our
From your book? Yes.
She's like, what do you mean? So as we always do, we go see what is it. Oh. Aw. Okay. The biggest con, believing beauty is only skin deep. A beating heart filled with love is breathtaking. We just took a breath. We'll read it again.
You did it the proper way, though. You're supposed to inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth.
The biggest con, believing beauty is only skin deep, a beating heart filled with love. It's breathtaking. So that's basically saying that beauty is beyond your physical features. It's right here, guys. So if you want the book, you can go down below the description, get encouraged every day.
And make yourself have beautiful souls.
That's right.
A lot of ruckus out there.
Yeah. I don't know why she keeps on looking down. Like, I think she's looking down at her feet.
No, I'm reading our paper that we have here.
She's not supposed to tell you that we have a paper.
We have a paper.
No, we don't.
So that I don't forget things.
She's not forgetting. She's just looking at her feet.
Okay, I'm looking at my feet.
And she's still looking.
I'm looking at all of you. Where's your cookies?
Oh, they're secured in a safe spot.
Joy is not very good at sharing her snacks.
That's not true. One of her beloved children was here at the studio a few minutes ago, and I gave her a cookie.
Yeah, but you like her.
She's cute.
She is cute.
She's so cute and cuddly and squeezy.
Just picture me as a 9-year-old. That's my daughter. She's funny too.
She's very funny.
She is very funny.
She's cute too, very respectful as well.
We will probably one day have her on our show, but I promised the D-Man 2006.
Shout out to D-Man.
Shout out to D-Man 2006. I promised him that he can have a crossover with us. So before I can allow any of my other children to say hello to you, the D-Man 2006, aka Dylan, will have to come on first because I promised him.
Not a problem.
Okie dokie.
I'll be more than happy to have everyone on.
You have anything else you want to share today?
That she was really looking at her feet.
Yeah, I'm wearing socks today. I ran out of knee highs. So I was making sure they didn't show on my...
Oh, God.
I have my beautiful low.
Wait, did
socks.
she really put her feet in a... You know, vanity and vanity equals the Jenny and Joy show. Like, I'm too busy over here looking at myself, and I didn't realize she had her feet full on in the camera. She really did. This is what she does in the studio, guys. Like, she'll stick her foot all the way up. It's like, you want to see what I can do? You want to see what I can do? I'm like, no. And
There's this really high counter. Like, I'm very short, but I actually have long legs, even though I'm short. I do. And we have this high counter, and I like to take my leg and I stick it on top of the counter as high as it can go.
One day she's gonna go fall right flat.
Oh
Look
God.
at that.
And speaking of falling, please go back and binge watch our previous episodes because then you get to hear the story about what happened last
When
week.
Jen was surfing.
Yeah.
Jen was surfing with her shoe.
Oh my gosh.
Well, guys, it was so much fun hanging out with you for this little bit of time. We're just here to encourage you, make light of every situation, make sure life is light, fun and eerie. Remember to like, subscribe, turn on your notification bell, share our videos. We're here every single Wednesday between 2 and whatever, mostly 2 o'clock. And it's just for a little bit of time because you don't need a lot, and you don't need a lot of time to have a good time in a break of your day. So
We could fill up half your lunch time.
yeah, just half of it. Right
Then you could binge watch your favorite show afterwards. Right now,
New Girl.
well, actually, no. Right now, I am binge watching Game of Thrones.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
I tried to watch it, couldn't get into it. I was like, what the heck are you
I'm
doing?
sorry.
I was encouraged by other people, many people, to watch it. So I gave it another try, and I'm kind of into it. But do not tell me anything that happened, because I know you guys are watching like 8 seasons, 8 seasons down,
Spoiler
and
alert.
I'm only in the first season. So,
Well, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Jenny and Joy Show. Oh, before we go, so on Hello World,
Hello, world.
once I hit 100, 100
Oh, this is your
episodes.
chair.
Yes, my chair that you're just moving. She's trying to move me out. Once I hit 100 episodes, I will do a free giveaway on the Jenny and Joy Show.
Ooh, you're at 41 right now, right?
I'm at 41. So once we hit 100 episodes, tune in on that Wednesday to see whoever subscribed to the Be the Difference channel. If you're in the subscriber thing, and
I think I'm going to invite myself to be a phone cameo on your 100th episode.
I like that. I think that's a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
And she will draw the name, and that person will win. So again, thank you for tuning in. Remember to like, subscribe, share, turn on your notification,
Ring that bell.
And this is
Jenny and Joy Show, the Jenny and Joy Show, the Jenny and Joy Show.